Hello, lovely people. Sorry I'm a bit late. Can everyone hear me okay? Just let me know in the chat. So today I thought we just talk about the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Of course, we had two races, didn't we? We had the sprint race and we had the extra Grand Prix on a on a on a on a on a Sunday, didn't we? I mean, how how good was that performance by but first of all, I want to talk about the performance from K-Mag on a Friday, Kevin Magnussen on Friday. That was absolutely epic, wasn't it? Yeah, that was absolutely epic. I really enjoyed that. Absolutely. You know, second to none. That was absolutely epic, that race. And I'm really glad that he actually I'm glad that K-Mag actually got the pole. I couldn't believe it. You know, nice one, Gaga. Nice to have you, mate. Hope you well. Yeah, it was a great race. It was. I absolutely loved it. It was a bit of a shame that K-Meg got swallowed up so quickly, didn't he? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It's yeah. It was a bit sad that K-Meg got swallowed up so fast. But what an epic race that was. I couldn't believe. I was really happy when K-Meg got the pole, and I think between you and me, I think it was the final nail in the coffin for Mick's career at Haas or in Formula One for the time being, because he was last. He was last, wasn't he? But I really want Hulkenberg to get the seat, but we shall see later on what's happening. But it was. I mean, I'm massively pleased for George Russell getting the victory in the sprint race. For that was an epic drive, and to translate that, to carry that over to the win on the Sunday, that was epic as well. Yeah. So what what did you think about it? I mean, I think that he drove absolutely tremendously on Sunday. I was also pretty pleased that Mercedes let them race. Yeah, I mean, it certainly does look like the Mercs are back. Um, as I said, I'm massively pleased for George. Um, I'm massively pleased for George because yeah, I mean it will be good next year. I mean if they can try and win Abu Dhabi, I think that would be all right. That would be set them in good stead for next season. For next season, I really hope um Lewis Hamilton gets to win um Abu Dhabi because that would mean he will keep up his record of winning in every single season he's competed in. Um, you know, but I think Red Bull might have to say something about that. So, um, um, yeah, I mean, it was an epic race. It was. I was a bit disappointed and a bit surprised, to be honest, that um, um, Max Verstappen didn't actually let Sergio Perez through for the points. Yeah, I mean, uh, as you say, it's going to be um, Red Bull versus Mercedes. Um, I was a bit surprised that and a bit. I found it a bit naughty actually from Max Verstappen that he didn't let um let Sergio back past because he disobeyed a clear team order, didn't he? Yeah, I mean they are a bit selfish, but it reminded me a bit like it was in Vettel versus um, Mark Webber. Was it in Turkey? Yeah, but the difference with Leclerc was um, the difference with Leclerc is that he that Sainz was in a in a podium position, and I think it would have been unfair um, for for Ferrari to ask Sainz to let ask Sainz to give us give up um, a podium for Leclerc. Um, so I can understand. Um, I kind of feel not as aggrieved. I can understand. Yeah, I can understand why. Uh, I can understand why Ferrari didn't um, respond to Leclerc's request. But let's face it, Max um, wasn't in a podium position. Red Bull have still have all the both championships. So I think it was you know, and in a way, I think they they shot themselves in the foot by uh, by Verstappen refusing refusing Perez to get to go past because um, you know it's not certain that Sergio is going to get second in the championship, and I think Um, I think by Max Verstappen doing that, I think he's inadvertently caused a massive argument between him and Perez. I mean, because from what I gather, Perez is pretty upset about it. Um, yeah, but as I said, it will be a good show. But Verstappen should have um, played the team game um, and helped out his teammate, especially after all what Sergio Perez done for him. And I think it's going to come and bite them in the backside next season because I think Sergio Perez, if I was Sergio Perez, I wouldn't give a damn about Max Verstappen next year. I would just fight for myself. Um, but as always, Max will always get Max Verstappen will always get the support from Red Bull because he's their next golden boy. He's their golden boy, isn't he? I mean, when you think about it, Perez came from didn't even come from the junior category junior team. So he came from outside the Red Bull program. So I fear that the loyalty is always going to be with Max Verstappen. Yeah, I think, as I said, I think they really upset. They really upset. Inadvertently, they really upset Perez. So I think it's gonna come and hurt them in next year's championship. Um, but I don't, we should wait and see. Um, I mean, I I really was shocked that Max Verstappen didn't give back the position because he disobeyed a direct order, um, just like Vettel did in in March 21 in 2014. But I think there won't be any retribution, will there? You know, there won't be any punishment for Max Verstappen, or do you think there will be? Do you think there will be any punishment for Max Verstappen? I don't think there will be. But let me know in the chat whether you think there will be any consequences. Uh, I can't see that happening because um, Max is their golden boy and he's a double world champion. I, but in the end of the day, would you really argue with the double world champion? Can Red Bull afford to argue with Verstappen? Um, I'm not too sure. Um, but then again, um, I have seen uh, videos on YouTube saying that suggest suggesting that um, uh, Christian Horner might lose his cool with Verstappen, but I can't see that happening. Um, you know, um, so starting with the let's go through the let's start from the beginning. of the of the race weekend and recapitalize. Well, start with Friday. What did you all think when K Mag? Um, what did you all think when Russell uh, brought out the the red flag? Um, you know, and the K Mag was on provisional pole. Um, I was I was tense. That was really tense. That was. Yeah, I mean, he just got the final lap in very on time, didn't he? He was just in time, and Leclerc was really cheesed up. Money, he was really cheesed off about it because the team made the wrong strategy call again. Um, but I was really pleased for K Mag, and you I you could really see how much it meant to him, and I think um for some reason I've got a good feeling about Haas next season. Um, you know, I don't I've got no more info than any of you have, but I think that that Haas is going to do well next season. Um, but I was absolutely pleased. I was absolutely pleased with Haas's pole. Um, and yeah, Ferrari made their own call. Uh, Here's a question for you. Um, how long do you think Leclerc is still gonna put up um with Ferrari making wrong strategy calls? Do you think he's gonna stay there long term, or do you think he's gonna get um he's gonna get going to lose his cool and go to another team or something? And do you think, yeah, but where would he go? Um, because he would have nowhere to go, would he? Um, yeah, exactly. I mean, he would have nowhere to go, would he? Um, Absolutely. So he's stuck with Ferrari at the minute, isn't he? Uh, I don't think he expected that when he signed for them long term, did he? Um, do you think? I, I'm going to ask you again. Do you think uh, Benotto is safe? Do you think Benotto is safe? Yeah. Um, do you think Benotto is going to be there forever? Um, yeah, I mean, but something has got to change. Something has definitely got to change at Ferrari because otherwise, um, they're not they're not going to be very happy. Um, and what do you guys thought about the coming together between Stroll and Vettel? Um, I think that was 100% um, Stroll's fault. I think I think did he get a warning for it? Yeah, I agree with you. Stroll was absolutely reckless. Um, Stroll Stroll was absolutely reckless. But I was surprised how oh yeah, did he get a 10-second penalty? Yeah. Um I missed that, but at least he got a penalty. But I was really surprised how diplomatic uh, Sebastian Vettel responded to it. Um he just said something like okay, didn't he? He wasn't he wasn't he wasn't argument, he didn't lose his cool on the radio, did he? And I think he even protected him. Um, I think he even protected him when he was asked about it by Rachel Brooks, because he actually said that they didn't touch the knee. Um, so I think that just shows what a class act um what class act Sebastian Vettel is, you know. But coming coming onto um uh Alonso, um, what do we all make of the coming together between Alonso and Ocon? Um, I think that was pretty much similar, wasn't it? Um, I think that was pretty much similar. I think, yeah. So, but you could tell that Fernando Alonso wasn't happy. Yeah, I mean, I mean, there's nothing between them in that. Actually, incidentally, just to let you know, you might wonder why I didn't use um any footage in the in my Sao Paulo Grand Prix review yesterday. If you follow me on my socials, I yeah, I mean FOM, um, they won. They weren't they they didn't give me a strike, and they said um in the notification it said that they they would allow me to they would allow me um to keep the clip in there if I gave them the monetization. Now what you gotta understand is from one video I make roughly about, I don't know, um it's it's from one video I make about roughly um £2, if that. um and that's pushing it. um I mean, um but for me, I'm doing YouTube because it gives me a reason. It gives me a reason to get up. It gives me some kind of it gives me some kind of feeling like I've got a job because I'm on disability benefits. So the monetization for me, anything uh, for many of you, it may be just a little bit. Um, from YouTube, roughly, um, I make uh, not including super chats, not including anything else, not including super chat, just from ad revenue, I make about £5. So that's why I was a bit shocked when FOM wanted. Um, that's why I was a bit disappointed when FOM wanted uh, my uh, my revenue. So that's why I re-edited it, re-edited the video and re-uploaded it, because I'm not making a fortune from YouTube. Um, as I said, just to give you an idea, um, £15, um, £15. It cost me to go into town by taxi, and obviously because I'm in a wheelchair, um, yeah, I mean, images tend to be all right. I mean, I've never had any problem with images. I think it's to do with clips. Um, but what I was going to say was, it cost me £15 to get a taxi to town and back. Uh, it cost me 15 quid to go to town and back. So so you know, I'm not making loads of money. So any um super thanks, uh, super chat, or anything like that helps me. Um, and that was the reason why I was a bit upset with FOM. But it is what it is. Funnily enough, they didn't they didn't they weren't worried about the clip that of Sebastian Vettel and Lance having the crash. There was they was only worried about the clip that when where Alonso and Ocon got together. Um, you know, and the thing that I was a bit um um that I didn't understand was because um the thing that I was a bit confused was because I thought under the copy under the Copyright Act, I I thought that if you talk about a situation, you are allowed to use clips to illustrate illustrate certain situations a bit better. So I'm not too sure why they actually why they actually were were so upset about it. Actually, um, why they actually claimed it. Uh, but you know, the thing is, I, I just want everybody to know that I will still continue doing doing the reviews, and I don't hate, I don't hate FOM at all. I would just like to find out why they. I don't hate FOM at all. I just want to. I just would like to find out from them what I've done wrong, because, as I said, I thought under fair use, uh, under the Copyright Act, you are allowed to use it. So I'm a bit um unsure about that, but you know, um, maybe I can find out. Um, no, I didn't actually, but what I did do is asked one of my contacts um, in the Aston Martin team, because um he was um he was a bit shocked about that as well, especially because the same clip that they claimed me for was actually on their feed as well, on their social media feed. And besides that, I didn't actually take that clip from them. So I took it from another YouTube channel that uploaded it already. Um, and they didn't get asked to put it to remove it. It didn't get claimed then. So I don't know why why it got claimed with me. Um um but there was there was no commentary on it, mate. There was just uh there was there were just no, there were just noises, like the engine noise. But you're probably right. Um but anyway, um I I I left because when K-Mag got the pole, um when K-Mag got the pole, I um included the entire radio message as well, and that never got that never got claimed. That actually is still monetized. Uh, but anyway, um, we shall see. I mean, as I said, I do not hate FOM. I just am a bit surprised, and I would like to know what the actual issue is, so that I can find out, and um, that, avoid it in the future. But you know, all in all, did did you did were you surprised that um, Leclerc was able to carry on after he um, ended up in the wall during the race yesterday? I certainly was. Um, I certainly was surprised, um, because yeah, I mean, yeah, it was, wasn't it? Um, I think that was amazing, and to be honest with you, I was also surprised that Max and Lewis could still carry on when they got together. Whose fault do you think that was? Um, I'm not sure. I am so not sure. Um, but anyway, yeah, it's becoming a bit of a regular thing, isn't it? It's becoming a bit of a regular thing, isn't it? Uh, it's just crazy, isn't it? Um, but who do you think was at forward? Who? Yeah, next year there will be more fighting between them. Yeah, I can see that happening, and I think um that, but I think um Mercedes may have a problem as well, because I think that that victory and that drive in both races from George Russell, that was phenomenal. Who got the 5 second penalty? Oh yeah, Verstappen did, didn't he? Yeah, but you could see from the you could hear from the radio message. You could hear from the radio message that he wasn't happy. But I'm really surprised that that Hamilton was able to carry on. Um, you know, um, I'm really surprised about that, actually, because um, that that was a huge coming together, and I don't know what the damage to the car was, but it was quite uh, substantial, wasn't it? I mean, but what I was going to say was, I think Mercedes will have, yeah. I mean, I I think Mercedes might have a probably might have to consider um, George Russell and getting into the championship fight as well. So it's going to be between Max, um, Hamilton, Russell, and maybe even Leclerc. But Russell, I think, has come of age. I think Russell drove an absolutely phenomenal race. Um, you know, absolutely deserved it. I mean, I'm not a fan of sprint races, even though I'm getting used to, I'm getting, uh, well, I'm warming to sprint races now. Um, I'm just, you know, but there's no doubt in my mind that that was a really that he drove both races were absolutely, yeah, both races were absolutely tremendously well done, and um I think Russell is 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 going to give Hamilton a run for his money. I think the two of them are going to push each other. Um, I just hope it's not going to end up like Rosberg and Hamilton back in 2000, uh, 13, 14, 15, 16. I really hope they can keep it clean. I really hope they can keep it clean, because there's no, I mean, there's no doubt that Russell is a future. He is an epic driver. What he's shown this weekend is absolutely tremendous. Um, can somebody tell me, the sprint races, do they actually count as official wins in Formula One, i.e., the stats, or is it just the main races? Or I think they both count, don't they? So, what I'm saying is, by my calculation, Russell, by my reckoning, Russell, should have two race victories in Formula One. Um, um, maybe somebody can just um do do that research and let me know before we end the stream. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, whatever the case, Russell definitely came of age in in that race, um, um, and the way the crowd were behind Hamilton was amazing as well. And I mean, he is a honorary Brazilian now, isn't he? Um, and the currently is there currently is no Brazilian driver in Formula One, so they uh, they've obviously adopted him. You know what I mean? Um, which is absolutely, you know, which is great, and I think we're gonna have another. Uh, we, I, I think we're gonna have another few years of Hamilton, if I'm not very much mistaken. I've read somewhere that Mercedes and Hamilton are definitely looking at making another contract, but you know, I can't I can't wait for that. But I think, however long we still have uh, Lewis in the sport, I think we should cherish that because we're gonna have some epic battles, and that's not me being a that's not don't accuse me of being a uh, uh, Lewis Hamilton fanboy. That is just I think he is he. I mean, I think um he's just driving to another level, and the way he motivates the team is just it's nice to see. So I think we should definitely cherish it. Um, how long do you reckon? Uh, no, 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 because I mean, I'm still Aston Martin fan. I will always be an Aston Martin fan, but Aston Martin are close to my heart. Um, but you know, one has to acknowledge good, um, good driving and good good driving, etc. When it's true. But I also have friends in at Mercedes, so and um, Aston Martin actually do know as well that I've um, that I um know when when somebody deserves credit. So I'm pretty sure they don't mind. In fact, they actually do it. The people that work within us mountains, they actually do it themselves. I think anyone that does a good job deserves respect. And it there's no point in being toxic or anything. To be honest with you, I think I even think that what Max has achieved deserves respect. And what Red Bull have achieved um, deserves respect. Um, because and that it doesn't mean that I like that I'm a massive Red Bull fan. I can assure you of that. Um, I used to love uh, Red Bull, but yeah, exactly. Um, everyone respects. Everyone deserves respect. You know what I mean? And that's why I don't want anyone um saying giving anybody any hate. I mean, I've had some messages with the whole FOM story that happened. Yes, yeah, it upset me at the time, and yes, I would have loved to find out why they've done it, but it doesn't mean that that I'm gonna hate them, you know what I mean? And it's unfair. I thought, yeah, but it doesn't mean that um I I'm gonna hate them, you know, or even stop um doing YouTube videos about a sport that I love. I mean, I've been watching Formula One now since I was 6 years old, so 32 years. And Formula One is and always will be my life. Um, and how the money isn't. I'm not doing it for the money. The money helps, and any super chats or anything like that absolutely helps. But I don't, I respect everyone. So I just want to convey, I just want to convey that as well. Because at the end of the day, it's a sport. It's a sport for our enjoyment, and every single Formula One driver risks his or her life. You know, uh, you know, including all the racing drivers. So, you know, and don't forget, they do it for our enjoyment. So anyone, they all deserve respect, in my opinion. So, you know, I don't want any hate, towards anybody. But, um, you know, so, so what do we think about um next year about Fernando Alonso and Stroll and at Aston Martin, and what do we think about Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon? Yeah, it's definitely going to be tasty. Um, do you think Ocon and Gasly will get along, or because from what I know, I might be wrong, but from what I know, they possibly uh, they don't get on that well or something. Um, yeah, I think, uh, yeah, I think, um, you might be you might be right there. Although although they're both Grand Prix winners, um, uh, um, Gasly won in Monza in 2020, and when did yeah, no worries, mate. Um, it's nice to have you. You know, I always enjoy anyone enjoying the streams. Uh, yeah, I think that's a bit that's a bit much. Uh, yes, it will be emotional, and I will shed a tear, I reckon. Um, you know, yeah, lots of changes next season. Um, but Vettel is surely going to be missed. Um, does it, does anybody know when Haas making the? Yeah, definitely, mate. Does anybody know when Haas is thinking about making a, a an announcement regarding the second driver? Um, because I've been waiting with bated breath, who it may be, but uh, yeah, maybe before Abu Dhabi. So I I keep my fingers crossed. So so I really hope it's gonna be Hulkenberg. I mean, not that I've got anything um against Mick. He's a good driver. But I think he should take a year on the sidelines, go to DTM, and then drive for Audi, and then come back come back in 2024 with Sauber. Um, yeah, but um, I wish everybody a good night, and I shall see you guys very soon in the next stream. Cheers for watching. I really appreciate it, and I shall catch you later. Bye, guys.